Step right up, dummies, and listen to the stupidest sports show on earth with Rodney Newpole and Tim Van Stratton. Yeah. Well, hello, dummies, and welcome to episode number 80 of the stupidest sports show on earth. My name, as you all know, is Tim the Chicken Man Van Stratton. Alongside me is Rodney Newpole. And Rodney, we're back. We're back, buddy.
We're back. We had a lot to talk about. A lot of people missed us. Our All-Star week is now over. It is complete. It's finished. And we're ready for the second half now. It is kind of second half of the sports year as MLB All-Star game comes. And don't forget, the WNBA All-Star game is this weekend. But yes, we are back. Welcome back, Tim. And here we go.
How was your All-Star break? Your personal All-Star break last week? No show. What did you do with all that free time?
Yeah, I mean, 2 hours a week on the show freed up a lot of opportunities to drive my kids to their activities, which is pretty much what I do all the time. But no, it was a good week. It's let's see, we are closing in on Hall of Fame games, so just getting ready for all the sports coming up second half of the year. The Open Championship gets started on Thursday, so doing some prepping for that. Put a lineup together. We'll do a lineup today. And watched a little home run derby last night. We'll talk about that as well. And that's about it. That's about it. All the normal stuff.
That's very fulfilling. A very fulfilling week, man. I'm proud of you. Good to hear that. You did mention that there's a All-Star game where we decided to do our show right in the middle of said All-Star game. And as we are playing our intro video, Pete Alonso goes oppo for a 3-run blast to put the National League up 5-0. I am declaring it. The game is over. The National League has won. And one of the things, Rodney, that I've always just been amazed by, and I've mentioned this before, I've been on this earth for 32, almost 33 years. And I would say that in my lifetime, the National League has won like 5 All-Star games.
Yeah.
Which is just unfathomable considering that, like, it's not like the National League has been void of talent and superstars. Like, we're talking like Bonds' entire career was in the NL. You had, Sammy Sosa, you had Jeff Bagwell, you had Mike Piazza, like all these guys, right? But yet the American League just won every year. That said, I took a look at the American League roster and the lineup for this game, and it did not even resemble what I believe to be an all-star team. So I'm not surprised that the National League is up and is won this game. So I don't know.
Yeah, and it was
if you have the same thoughts too, and you're like a National League guy, so I'm sure that you feel differently about it in terms of the All-Star game sort of being on the losing end all those years.
Yeah, I definitely am a National League guy, and it didn't help for the American League that 3 straight batters started the game with getting guys on base. Tarek Skubal. Now, the funny one was the Ronald Acuna. What was that?
Little dribbler. It counts. It's an infield hit.
It is. And then Ketel Marte. So and now it's looking like Polar Bear might be the MVP of this one with that 3-run blast. It's going to be hard to not give it to Marte if the game ends up 2-0. I don't think Kershaw is going to get it with his 2 outs, but we were kind of worried that might happen in a 2-0 game just because it's a stupid award.
Yeah, I don't know if they have live odds yet or if that's something that you can even bet live. But yeah, I was saying to you before the show, Marte, obviously when it was just a 2-0 game, that made sense. But there was a part of me that's like, I wouldn't be surprised if they do the whole, hey, let's honor Clayton Kershaw. Like they honored him anyway by putting him on the roster. But the fact he went out there, he retired 2 batters, he struck out Vlad. He was doing the interview. There was a whole moment, all the guys went to congratulate him. Dave Roberts is like, keep the ball. It's yours. I was like, they might do that. But this Alonso home run has complicated some things.
Yeah.
And now it's a question of, do you give it to the guy that technically had the game-winning hit?
Corbin Carroll.
Home run. Okay, so.
Yeah, go ahead. Carry on.
No, I was just going to say, is it Is it the game-winning hit, or is it like, oh, the big home run later to really sort of ice the game? So
Yeah, I mean
that's
the biggest
question.
play of the game was the polar bear home run. Now, Carroll's just kind of icing on top. I
Mhm.
think Carroll's actually third. Now the Diamondbacks have had a good night though, with Marte in the first inning with his double, and now Corbin Carroll with his home run. But my vote would probably be Alonso 1, Marte 2, and Carroll 3 currently.
The official live DraftKings odds have Pete Alonso at minus 1,200 to
Yeah.
be the MVP. Ketel Marte plus 600. Bobby Witt Jr. for some reason is plus 6,000, despite him attempting what I believe to be the worst Jeter throw from shortstop that the game has ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know what
This
that
was
was.
right before Alonso came up for his 3-run home run. So I have no idea why Bobby Witt Jr. is that high. Uh, I'm trying to see where Kershaw is. Is he even listed on here? He's plus 15,000. Why is Clayton Kershaw not getting more love?
I mean, he retired 2 batters. Batters. He's not winning the award. It is going to. I mean, that's pretty telling. It's going to the polar bear. It's not going to Tariq Skubal, and I believe that last home run was given up by a Tiger as well. So not great. Not a great night for Detroit.
For the best team in baseball.
Best team in baseball. You are
Tigers.
correct.
Casey Mize probably. Yeah.
Is
Pete Alonso? Is Pete Alonso, if he ends up winning the All-Star Game MVP, is he going to go down as the best All-Star Week performer in the history of baseball?
I mean, he's done a lot. He's done it all, really. They're going to win the game tonight.
It would be 2 home run derby championships and an All-Star MVP on his resume.
Yeah. That's
how many guys
good.
have both in general? I don't even know that. Dan, I know you're listening. That is your research task for the next couple minutes. Give me a list of players who have won the home run derby and the All-Star Game MVP. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Garrett Anderson did it in the same year in 2003 when it was on the south side of Chicago. He won the derby, and then the next day was the All-Star Game MVP. So that was the best All-Star Week performance ever. But like over a career, I'd be curious to know how many other guys have done it. So Dan, that's your task.
There you go. Go get him, Dan. So what did you think of the home run derby yesterday? I know you got some thoughts here, and you got some thoughts on the MLB All-Star festivities in general. I mean, here we are. Okay, so I'll just start it with here we are talking about whether we like the MLB All-Star Game or not. Yet here we are spending 2+ hours watching the home run derby last night.
Oh, I know.
Every second that I've sat down this evening, the All-Star Game's been on. So, like, I don't know. Like, what let me hear your thoughts before I go forward anymore on this one.
Well, first of all, thank you for calling out our mutual hypocrisy on that, because you're absolutely right. Like, I was saying to you, I was like, yeah, the All-Star thing with baseball just doesn't really hit the same way that it used to for me. And yet we've been live for 10 minutes and all we've talked about is be like, oh, Pete Alonso is minus 1,250. So like, I thank you for calling me out there. Now, that said, my excitement level compared to previous years is definitely lower. Certainly for the home run derby. Like the home run derby for me used to be the crowning achievement of just like any all-star thing. Like I loved it more than the slam dunk contest, more than anything in the other sports. Like that was the must-see event. And I know that they have really tinkered with the formatting, and it seems like every year now it's a different style. But yesterday I'm watching the derby and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, we have a split screen where we're seeing a guy hit. We don't really get an idea of how far it's going. The other side is showing, or a camera trying to find where the ball is, often not successfully. And like stuff's moving fast. Like it feels forced. It feels rushed. And I don't know. I think I'm ready to go back to the old way of, hey, let's let these guys breathe a bit. Give them 10 outs. Let us sit back and actually appreciate the home runs that are hit, even if it's fewer home runs. at least we can like appreciate it, and like it means more. We're able to enjoy them rather than just like, oh, James Wood is at 4 in a row and we saw none of them land, which
Yeah.
essentially like that's what it's become.
Yeah.
And the other part of it too, which I thought was just awful, is why is it that we can decide who advances based on I think less than 1/10 of an inch, like whatever the ridiculous fake measurement they had. Why is it that we do that and not just have a swing off, which would be infinitely more entertaining, but like in an actual game, we have strikes that are called balls or balls that are called strikes that are like 5 inches off the plate. But it's like, oh, we're going to determine where this home run landed. They were separated by less than an inch. So and so's moving on, and he won. Like, and he won.
Yeah.
So
He
it's
won.
just I don't know. I think we're just it's so convoluted. It's all this different stuff. It's 40 pitches, 3 minutes, 1 timeout. It's the bonus. It's like, let's just get back to it, man. Even if it's fewer home runs, like let's just get back to what made the Derby great in the first place. Like all of our best Derby memories are from those years. It's not in these most recent years.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. We are gonna watch it. That's where we started. But yeah, I'm with you. Too many rules, too many things going on, and you're right. You hardly saw any home runs actually go over the fence, because they had to show the next pitch coming in. I'm gonna go on the side of I've always known O'Neal Cruz was an impressive player, but my God, he's an impressive player. I guess I want to talk more about some of these players and like. Yes, we've heard all about Cal Raleigh. Now, some of us are probably pretty annoyed by Cal Raleigh because that's all we've heard about. And I know being a Yankees guy, you're probably getting tired of hearing about Cal Raleigh being the next MVP. But like O'Neal Cruz,
he's amazing. Like he's amazing. Yeah, I'm not upset, but yeah, go on.
Candelario, like it's a good story as well. They showed his Dominican Republic celebration. I was actually hoping that was happening last night. I really wanted to see him walk it off with a home run. Like walk off, like because he had opportunity, right? He was the last hitter. Mm-hmm. He just needed to eclipse Cal Raleigh. I really wanted to see that happen and kind of see how his excitement would be. But those were the two guys I thought stood out to me. James Wood got started, but then we didn't get to see him anymore. And I thought when James Wood hit with 17, I was like, well, pretty good. Yeah. He's probably going to be around for a while. And the guy didn't get around. And then. I don't feel bad for him, but Olsen just couldn't get it done in his home. Or is it Olsen? Yeah, Olsen. Yeah, it wasn't Riley. Yeah. Riley's out. But yeah, Olsen just couldn't get it done. Like you could just feel that pressure on him, and you're not supposed to have pressure in a home run derby, but he did.
And I believe that there were only 7 contestants this year. I don't recall there being an 8th. There's no mention of it, which is fine. It's not a choice by baseball to have 7 participants, but that's okay.
I took your words before the show. At least he didn't mess up his swing.
Yeah, well, that's what Judge told him is like, hey, at least the swing is still intact for the second half, and that's what matters. That's the official spin zone that we're gonna go with. Even the MLB account was like, Jazz was here for the vibes. That's not what you want to hear after your derby attempt.
I did think it was interesting. So they would talk to Ellie De La Cruz, and he wants to be in it. And I guess like, why hasn't he been? I mean, maybe he's just waiting, a little bit big. And I don't know how much bigger he's going to get, but a little more seasoned in the game. But he would be another nice one to watch. Like I'm trying to think what players that maybe we've never seen in a home run derby we'd like to see. Because there was a few guys last night that I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. Those guys were good for. But like. Let me ask you that right now, putting you on the spot. Like, who is the one guy, and you can't say Ellie De La Cruz, who's the one guy you'd like to see that's never been in a home run derby?
That's never been in a home run derby, who I think would be good for a home run derby. Yeah, so I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but all of the participants have to be all-stars, correct? Like, it's not like the slam dunk contest where they can pull anyone from there, even if they're not all-stars.
I believe that's correct.
Okay. So, like, we have to keep that in mind here. It would have been fun to see PCA in it. I mean, with his power surge this year, and I know a lot of Cubs fans believe that he is he is in the MVP conversation. He's not going to win it, but like he's having a super impressive season. So seeing him in the Derby would be a lot of fun.
I mean, he's going to get his opportunity, right? Like,
maybe. I mean, he wasn't supposed to be a prolific power hitter. That's the thing. So is he going to be a consistent 30 plus homer guy, or is this just one of those anomalies? Bobby Witt has been in it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Bobby Witt has been in it. Has Jose Ramirez been in it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm not sure if Jose Ramirez has been in, although like Jose Ramirez isn't someone that I think, prolific power. Like he's not a slugger, but he's just so consistent and good. I'd just be curious to see how he does, especially because he's a switch hitter. Maybe he does like what we saw Cal Raleigh do, where he splits it up a little bit. I mean, like it's I don't know if he's going to be at a high all-star level again, but like Mike Trout's never done the home run derby. And
never.
That's probably someone who I think baseball fans would want to see, like at some point. Yeah. It's just it's like the whole LeBron's never done the slam dunk contest, right? But Mike Trout's never done the derby, so that's probably the one like historic, like long term that would make sense. But as far as the current all stars, like I think PCA or Tucker would have been pretty fun.
Yeah, I guess that shocks me that Trout's never. He's just never had interest in doing it.
I guess not. Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, I think you're right on a lot of things you said about the home run derby. Just get back to the normal. Just get back to the way we used to do it. But we do have a couple answers here. So from Dan.
All right.
So Dave Parker won the 79 All-Star Game, the MVP, then won his first home run derby in 85. Cal Ripken Jr. home run derby in 91, All-Star Game in 91, and in 01. Griffey
the
Jr.
01 one was like the swan song one, even though he did homer. But yeah.
Griffey Jr. won 3 home run derbies and 2 All-Star Game MVPs. Tejada, Prince Fielder, Stanton, Guerrero, and others who have been both but didn't do it in the same year. Garrett Anderson is thus far the only one to do both. Interesting. There's our stat guy, Dan.
Well, no. Well, he also just said that Cal won the home run derby and the All-Star MVP in 1991. He just said that, unless he miswrote there. But then I thought Cal would have done it, like Cal and thing. But all that to say, okay, if Griffey has 3 Derby titles and then 2 All-Star Game MVPs, Ken Griffey's the All-Star King. So it wouldn't be Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso would be in this same tier of all of these great players, but like Griffey would be the top dog still. Okay.
Yeah. Good work by Dan there. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, but also, this is I would argue an even better contribution to see Carlos Zambrano and Bartolo Colon in the home run derby. Colon, yes, but wouldn't it be interesting to see like the best hitting pitchers and just like go for it, just freaking go for it. Like even if you have to bring the walls in a little bit, or like bring in a fake vet just to see what they can do. Right, I mean, to see like Zambrano just letting loose and like who are some other guys? Do you remember?
Madison Bumgarner would be one that comes to mind for me. The dude could hit. Adam Wainwright hit a little bit. Adam Wainwright could hit. You know who I just saw a couple videos too, and it's funny because he spent all but like 3 months of his career in the American League. CC Sabathia could rig. I saw some videos of CC Sabathia hitting some tanks when he was with Cleveland in interleague play, and then also when he was with Milwaukee. Like he could very quietly hit quite well. Do you remember the one guy from Arizona? I think he ended up being a pretty terrible pitcher, but Micah Owings. Yeah.
Like I remember he had the one game where he had like 2 homers and 6 RBI when he was pitching. I was like, dude, this guy, like that's the real guy that we need to see in a derby.
I mean, Rick Ankiel comes to mind.
Yeah. But it
wasn't really a pitcher.
How well did Rick Ankiel hit when he was exclusively a pitcher?
Yeah, good point. I'd have to look that up.
Dan, on it. Rick Ankiel's hitting numbers when he was a pitcher before he crashed out. Go.
Yeah, interesting, but Yeah, no, I think that would be fun. That would be fun to see a pitcher's home run derby. But let me ask you: do you miss the days of pitchers hitting?
No.
Yeah, you were a big advocate to get rid of that.
Yeah. So we do have a quick update, real quick. Brent Rooker, who did okay in the Derby yesterday, has hit a 3-run home run to bring the American League within 3 in the top of the 7th inning.
Oh, and it was a bomb.
This just got interesting. Yeah, it was on a 2-0 count and just a fastball right in the absolute middle of the plate. Could not be more in the middle of the plate that Rooker took deep. Left center field. So the AL has some life now.
Under betters are in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me that if this game now ends 6-3, which it's only top of the 7th, that means for sure Pete Alonso. I mean, his 3-run homer has been the difference in this one.
Yeah. So now Ketel Marte is out. He's out of the MVP discussion. So you know what's funny? So
I think it's funny that somebody swears and we can post it. That's what I think is funny.
So Brent Rooker right now is plus 5,000. But the problem is if the American League come back, the MVP is probably going to be the person who has the go ahead hit.
But why can't he do it? So why
so
can't he
Alonso's
do it again?
still. Well, is he going to get a second at bat?
I mean, they're probably about done with subs, aren't they? I mean, they're in the 7th inning.
Maybe. I don't know. Pete Alonso's minus 900 now. Marte's plus 475. Brent Rooker's plus 4,500. So we'll keep our eye on that. All right, Rodney. So a few days ago, you in our group chat declared get rid of the game, get rid of the All-Star game, and I was kind of on your side a little bit. This is right after number one, like half of the roster is getting replaced for so and so can't pitch, so throw this guy out. Oh, so and so just doesn't want to do it, and then just like so it's all these guys that shouldn't be all-stars that end up becoming all-stars, and then the Jacob Mizorowski kid from Milwaukee, who after 5 starts is named an all-star, which is just disgusting. Like that's despicable. I don't care how nasty he is. He should not be an all-star after 5 starts for his whole career. But you were like, I'm ready to get rid of the game. I was kind of with you. And yet we are locked into this game right now. Do we regret our choices last week in believing that we should just not have an all-star game, just name the teams and be done with it?
It's the power of live sports, and it's the power of live sports in July. Like, should they actually probably get rid of the game? No, because we are watching, we're going to watch. But like the whole like sanctity of it, of like having all these players that are actually all-stars. Like Mizorowski isn't really an all-star, but now he's going to be considered an all-star. Mm-hmm. And I think that's oh no, it's I'm behind on your screen. All right. I'm a few batters behind, so I thought maybe Buxton got that one. But anyways, no, they probably shouldn't get rid of it. But like, if you're gonna have all these players, just seriously be like, okay, you guys are all stars. Take a week off. Or something you mentioned is like, why can't we have the game on like a Friday? Why couldn't we have the game on Friday? Give those guys 4 or 5 days off, have the game, take Saturday, Sunday off, and then you're back with your team on Monday. That's not terrible.
It's not bad. No. So yeah, the big issue seems to be guys that pitch like any time one of these pitchers goes Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it basically renders them unavailable for the All-Star game on Tuesday. Clearly
like
is not
pitchers.
Right. There's clearly there's not enough time. So then we have the pitchers that then end up just getting replaced by inferior pitchers that shouldn't be all-stars, but they're just available. Like the All-Star game shouldn't be rosters of guys that are just available. Like they should be the all-stars. So yeah, like at the very least, I think my suggestion was Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday. No. So if a guy goes Sunday, then, the manager can decide and they be like, hey, Dave Roberts, my guy just pitched Sunday. I prefer he doesn't go, but if needed, he can maybe give you 20 pitches, right? Like something like that. Like work it out with the coaches, right?
Right.
Because it's just it's so absurd that we then get to a point where we're watching this and like we don't even know who these pitchers are. We're like, wait a minute, these were the All-Stars? What?
Right.
Like we're watching, it's like it's Randy or Rosarena's out there. It's Randy Rodriguez. It's just like, who are all these guys? Like, I don't. It's silly.
Yeah, no, I don't mind the Thursday, and I don't mind the Friday. Now I know there's probably logistics why they don't do it on a Friday, but like, okay, so you're off after Sunday. You tell the All-Stars like, listen, you get Monday, Tuesday. You need to report to the city on Wednesday. Or Thursday if you're doing it on Friday. But if it's a Thursday game, you report to the city on Wednesday. You have Wednesday, Thursday as your All-Star. And then you've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Like Major League Baseball can take a week off in the middle of the season. They really can. Like the season can be moved a little bit because of a week off. Like why do they need to turn around like they used to turn around and play on Thursday? I don't know if anybody plays on Thursday this year or if it's back to just Friday, but like you could take 3 more days off. It would be okay.
I'm looking at the roster notes right now just because I want to get an actual idea. So, all right. So this is the rundown of all of the replacements. So Andrew Abbott replaced Yamamoto. Robert Suarez replaced Chris Sale. Junior Caminero replaced Alex Bregman. Also replaced Jose Ramirez as a starter because Ramirez decided he didn't want to play. Zach McKinstry replaced Jeremy Pena. Trevor McGill replaced Freddie Peralta. Joe Ryan replaced Hunter Brown. David Peterson replaced Robbie Ray. Carlos Rodon replaced Max Fried. Carlos Estevez replaced Jacob deGrom. Casey Mize replaced Garrett Crochet. Michael Garcia replaced Brandon Lau. Randy Rosarena replaced Julio Rodriguez. Drew Rasmussen replaced Yusei Kikuchi. Adrian Morejon replaced Zach Wheeler. Jacob Mizorowski replaced Matthew Boyd.
That's a lot of replacements.
That's a lot. And 80% of them were replacements because a pitcher pitched on Saturday or Sunday or elected like Julio and Jose Ramirez decided not to play. I think the only injury replacements, Brandon Lowe was hurt, Jeremy Pena, Chris Sale, Alex Bregman. So four of them were injury. The rest of them were they recently played or elected not to play. Like that's a lot, dude. That's really a lot. Yeah. It also just takes like, so do the replacements then count the same as All-Stars as the guys who were officially named All-Stars? Yeah, so like we're going to look at their baseball reference page and it's going to say, okay, All-Stars. All right, great.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. There's too many All-Stars and some guys that you listed some names there. It's like, yeah, they don't have any business being in an All-Star game. But I mean, it's been that way for a while, and here we are. That's the reason I say get rid of the game, because then you truly have the best 30 players or what, it's probably more like 40, best 40, 50 players, whatever it is. But now you're looking at like 80, there's 80 All-Stars.
Yes. 16. I just counted 16 replacements. And
the rosters are what, 50 or 20? Yeah, 25. So yeah, you're looking at now you have 66 All-Stars. Too many.
Way too many. So yeah, that is very frustrating with the way that the All-Star week goes. I call it All-Star weekend, even though it's not a weekend, it's Monday and Tuesday. And like the home run derby, I feel like we can just get back to basics. I don't need 40 pitches. I don't need the clock. I don't need all of these. Like guys are rushing. At first I thought that you had to wait until the ball landed before you could throw the pitch. I don't think that rule has ever been enforced ever in the derby.
No,
so
ever.
I don't know, man. But enjoy it, because next year we'll get an All-Star game, and then we'll probably won't have one in 2027. So
because there's not going to be a season,
right? So, anyway, so that's our MLB All-Star talk. Did the National League get out of their jam?
No, it's a new pitcher. The next guy hit a ground ball to Braves first baseman, and he botched it. So tying run is on. Oof. And Trevor McGill.
Steven Kwan up.
Stephen Kwan's up, and Trevor McGill is in the game. 6'4", 2 outs in the top of the seventh.
6'4". Yeah, Jazz was the beneficiary of the error there, so he is he's on base right now.
Okay,
look at that hustle. All right, I promise this isn't just because it's the middle of July and we're looking for topics, but Rodney and I are both kind of fascinated by these LeBron James developments. Normally, any sort of LeBron rumor, I would say, don't worry about it. It's not real. But over the last few days, I'm starting to get some hunches, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but it does kind of feel like we're going to get something big. And I don't know when. I don't know what it would look like, but all I could say is that you also have a similar feeling, and maybe you can articulate it better than I can.
Yeah, I mean, I just think the time is running out for LeBron in LA, and they're kind of realizing that, hey, we got to turn this over to Luka. Let's see what we can. Let's see how this works. Maybe let's see how it works to possibly move him, and then any movement I think makes sense that Bronny's going to go, and I would guess that LeBron would prefer that, not demand it, but prefer that. And B, I think the Lakers would still respect that and do it. Plus, like Bronny hasn't, I don't know if Bronny's going to work out in LA. Like, I don't know if he's going to work out anywhere. And so, like, it's kind of just a package deal, like, go with him. And I've read some rumors, and, there's been some bloggers and whatever, experts, insiders. Dallas is my guess. Now, I don't know what kind of deal that's going to be. And I know we talked pre-show, like Cooper Flagg's not coming to LA.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Anthony Davis.
Kyrie Irving's not coming to LA.
It's not going to be Kyrie Irving. It's not going to be Cooper Flagg. So it's basically Dallas, and I'm with you. Like for whatever reason, that's the team that feels like this move would happen. I don't know if LeBron is in a better position to win a title immediately at age 40 with Dallas, with Anthony Davis and Cooper Flagg, than he is right now in LA with Luka.
Right.
Because like Kyrie's not going to play for them this year, or if he is, it's going to be very little. So I don't. It's weird in that sense because and another team too, and I don't know if it makes sense from a trade standpoint, but like if LeBron wants to win a title, if that's the sole goal, it's probably going to the East, and it's going to Cleveland or New York. Like those are the other places too. Yeah. Now, I think Cleveland could make sense as a trade partner, but does Cleveland want to? Do they want to change their core? And New York, it's the same thing too. Like, what do the Knicks? The Knicks have so much financially attached to their core players right now. Like, they wouldn't trade Brunson, wouldn't be Tat or a Cat. Like Mikal Bridges is a pretty like untradeable piece right now. What would it be? Is it Josh Hart and Precious Achua and who knows what else? Like that's
I mean,
Lakers aren't going to take that.
No, and it's going to have to be a pick loaded trade, right? Like
but they traded all their picks. They just traded they traded all their picks for Mikal Bridges and whoever else. They don't have any picks. That's the thing. So it's also a salary situation too. Like salary's got to line up.
Yeah. So the Knicks, I don't think are in the question. Dallas, I think can maybe maneuver it a little bit more with, what you mentioned before, Daniel Gafford and company and some of those guys.
So Dallas then if it's not Flagg, AD, or Kyrie Irving, and it's not draft picks, it's going to have to be like Klay Thompson, Gafford, PJ Washington, Max Christie, like a combination of the maybe all four. Like I don't know. I don't know what that would look like. Like salary wise, it would probably have to be all four. But who hangs up the phone if that's the deal? Just from a pure basketball standpoint, like let's take what LeBron wants or whoever. Let's take that out of it. Rob Pelinka gets a call.
From
It's
Nico.
his favorite GM, Nico Harrison. I feel like, oh, hello, Nico. It's great to talk to you again. And Nico says, hey, we will offer you these 4 players in exchange for LeBron James, Bronny James, and let's just say those 2 for right now. Did Rob pull the trigger there, or is he like, I don't know if that is going to help us? You see what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, Klay Thompson's not going to do you any good over the long haul.
No,
he's done. He's cooked.
And Max Christie was a Laker, and like he's not going to be a star, but he's going to be a decent player off the bench, like a decent role player for a while.
Daniel Gafford helps in the paint, and PJ Washington both have some value, and both would play on the current Lakers squad. So your Lakers squad would be Luka.
It's Luka, Clay,
Connect,
Reeves.
Connect would be a little bit.
Austin Reeves is still there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play Connect at some point, right?
Yeah, they would. Well, I don't know if they're adding 4 players, they might be moving him too. So yeah, and then it's your 5 is like Ayton and Daniel Gafford. Your 4 is some combination of Rui, PJ Washington. Like it's a good team.
Yeah.
It's a playoff team.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because then it just goes back to I feel like you're just what the Mavericks were like a couple years ago.
Yeah. I mean, why does Nico do that? Because Nico and Dallas are willing to be the circus for the final year or 2 of LeBron. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, if you trade just those 4 guys, you probably get a perception of a positive deal, getting a superstar, getting the name of. So if you're Nico, like you're getting 2 major names, and you're not really giving up any fan favorites. Like Klay Thompson, okay, he's ready. I mean, he's not a Dallas guy. He's only been there a year or 2. You know, I don't know as if anybody's in love with Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, or Max Christie. So, like, if you're doing it, you might gain some fans back. Like, oh, Nico pulled a LeBron trade. Holy cow. I mean, never mind the fact that he's 40, but, like, Dallas probably is perceived as a winner there.
What I don't understand, and, you know, I love LeBron James, like a son who's 8 years older than me.
Older than you,
yeah. But I don't understand the sudden, like, it's clear, like, the passive aggressive sort of leaks throughout the media that he is not wholly satisfied right now with the direction of the Lakers. What I want to know is why? Why?
Right. Yeah.
Like, he's 40. He couldn't possibly think that he is going to be the number 1 option on a true championship team anymore. Right?
Especially when Luka is there. Like,
right. Like this trade, like it's the opportunity for him and Luka to have this like incredible partnership that when they were on the court together, like they meshed, they played well. Played well. There wasn't much of an adjustment period. Like Luka was coming back from the injury. He was a little slow there, but once he got rolling, it was great. The only issue is defensively. Yeah. Like LeBron at his age, is it going to be a defensive option? Luka's never going to be a good defensive player. Like that's it. So I don't know why then LeBron, then if he's like, oh, I not the face of the team, I'm going to go to Dallas, where they just added Cooper Flagg, who is presumably going to be the face of the franchise in a year or 2.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see what he gets out of it.
And you know this just as well as I do, and this is one of the many reasons why fans are negative towards LeBron, fed up with LeBron, tired of hearing about the diva LeBron, because it's like, what else do you want? Like, you have a massive superstar in your own locker room. You want more. You're never happy. You know, Jordan had his flaws. We know that. We're not going to go there tonight. But like that, this is part of the reason, many reasons why the LeBron haters are going to come out in full force. Like, and if he gets traded again, or not again, if he gets traded, it's going to be like, oh, LeBron cried his way out of LA. Where's he ever happy? I'm just preparing you. You already know this.
Oh yeah. He's so he's currently going into the last year of his contract.
Yeah.
If you can believe this, he has never in his entire career played on an expiring contract.
Yeah.
He has only like opted out, like he's used his player options, but he's never been my contract is like up at the end of this season. Right now it's the only time in his history where he would do so, which is crazy.
It is crazy. And so like why would LeBron want to come back for another year? Like, it's time, right? He's gonna be 41 time next year starts, like 41 and a half. Like, so I don't even know. Like, you never know what you read if it's true, but like, so apparently Savannah is pretty much like, okay, you need to be done, right?
Yeah,
like,
enough of this. Yeah. Well, there was the whole thing on Instagram, which a lot of what he does is so like calculated, right?
Yeah.
So it's the whole thing where he's having a conversation and it says something along the lines of, Savannah says like 2 more years, that's it, or some along those lines, which I feel like 2 years is probably accurate, right? Like, I think 2 years is fair to say with him, but who knows? Like, Tom Brady played till he was like 45 years old.
Yeah. But like, I know winning a championship is what he's still trying to do, but like, what else does he have to accomplish? Right? Like, for me, like, really only negative things can happen here, because like his chances of winning a championship are not going to be real good. He's 41 years old. Mm-hmm. So like, every year he doesn't win a championship, they're just going to continue adding to the stats. Oh, didn't win another one. Like, he's already played the most amount of games. He's a career scoring leader. Like, you could continue going down this list. Like, what else does he have to do? Like, why? Yeah. I get it. He loves the game, loves to compete. He can still play at a high level, but like, when is enough, right? Like, I'm trying to picture why he would even come back for that second year. Like, why isn't this year it? Like, call it a year. If you want your hoopla, call it in October and say, listen, I'm done. Like, the season would be massive. Like, the Lakers would love to have him in his last season because, well, I don't know, because they get all the crowd anyway. It's not like they're going to draw extra. Brendan Donovan 2 for 2. But like, I don't know. I'm just
MVP.
No, but Brendan Donovan is 2 for 2. But anyways, that's all I got on LeBron. What else does he have to prove?
Play with Bryce.
Yeah. Grandson. You get a grandson in there and do that, but no, it's hey, so what did we do? We got to get it open though.
LeBron the third.
Right. Yeah. We went 45 minutes and we haven't talked about
your
the
favorite
open.
major.
It is my favorite major because I do like early morning golf, and I like golf that's done mid-afternoon. Like, I lose, and it's really mostly the style of how my household works, but like, I lose attention, I lose interest like mid-afternoon into early evening, and then I can get back maybe 7, 8 o'clock into what's going on in sports. So like, that done at 2 o'clock window is perfect for what I want. Mm-hmm. Plus, like, if I'm not sleeping well or just want to get up and start my day, I'll watch golf at 4:30 in the morning, and I have no problem with it. I have absolutely no problem with it because it's only going to happen 4 days. 4 days, right? Like, it's only 4 days. I can do this. I do love the open, and I love the unknown of the open, like the weather issues and things like that. But yes, it is my favorite. It is my favorite major.
So, Royal Portrush is the course.
Trying
to remember, maybe you know this off the top of your head. The last time that we had was 2019. I think it was in 2019 they hosted. That was the Shane Lowry win. So of the Shane Lowry Open Championship win in 2019 at Royal Portrush.
He's not going to repeat.
It's pretty good.
Shane Lowry is not repeating.
Well, I'd say there's a lot of golfers, man. I'm not gonna make my pick, but like, he'll be good. I don't know. Anyway, real quick, because I don't want to leave Dan on read here. He did all of this hard Rick Ankiel research for us before we get back to Open Championship. So we're gonna put together a lineup on DraftKings. We're gonna give you our picks, if you will, for the Open Championship. By the way, the broadcast starts 12:35 a.m. on
love
Peacock.
that.
So I will see you then, buddy. I will see you then. 12:30.
And that's like 27 hours from now. And that's another thing too. Like it starts earlier. Like basically it starts on Wednesday night for us. Like that's awesome.
You got to be real sick and admit me to the hospital because I'm so in. All right, so here we go. We asked Dan to look this up because we weren't sure if Rick Ankiel was actually a good hitter when he was a pitcher, and apparently he was not. Nope. Seasons where Ankiel pitches, batting average are 100, 250, nothing and nothing. Had 11 or fewer plate appearances in 3 of these 4 seasons. Hit 2 home runs as a pitcher in the 2000 season. I mean, 2 home runs is not terrible, but so even more amazing then that he left baseball, came back, reinvented himself as a hitter, and he had a year or two where he got like 25 plus taters.
Yeah, not bad. He was a bona fide regular there for a little bit.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah, it's impressive. So thanks, Dan. Right. That's shout out number 2 for your stat of the day, Dan. You're our statistician here, buddy.
All right, so Rodney, real quick, to no surprise, Scotty Scheffler is the most expensive player. He's the favorite. He is $14,200 on DraftKings. The next most expensive is Rory McIlroy at $11,500. So you have almost a $3,000 gap between Scheffler and the next best player. I feel like it's that alone is to say stay away from Scotty Scheffler, even though I think you and I can both say by all accounts he's the best golfer in the world, and even if he's off, he's still probably going to end in the top 10. Like, he does not have bad outings. He just doesn't.
No, he doesn't. And I'm with you. I will avoid Scotty Scheffler. I will fade him, but I know what could go wrong here. But But like, we fade him and he finishes 9th.
Like that's really what it is. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, he's going to miss the cut." Like, we'll settle for a 7th or lower. We'll be okay.
I mean, he's getting priced. He's getting priced as number 1, and if he finishes outside the top 5, I think we got to take that. You know, obviously, we're hoping that the guys we do take come up strong for us. But that's just a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a guy that is very good, but I'm just not willing to go that expensive with him.
All right, Rodney, I'm going to give you the first pick, and I did something a little special for this lineup. What I did is I was able to procure some information about potential ownership for all of these players. So if you're kind of between 2 guys and you need to know who's going to be more popular, less popular, you come to me, the Chicken Man, and I will provide those answers to the best of my ability. So that's something to consider. Yeah. So I'm going to give you the first pick here. Who do you want? Lead us off.
That's a great question.
Oh, good. All right. I'm glad that we're prepared.
Jacob Mizorowski's on the mound. I am prepared.
I hope he gets shelled, by the way. Well, he needs his welcome to the big leagues moment. I hope he just gets his shit rocked.
First one went about 380 feet for an out, but all right. So DraftKings was slow. That's really what I was waiting for. So Shane Lowry is actually 7th on the list. I didn't. I mean, I'm not taking him because I just bashed him and said he's not going to win. But I am going to go.
He was second. He was second at the Truist. He was 8th at the Valspar.
Yeah,
but like sucked at the U.S. Open. Sucked at the PGA. It was just okay at the Masters.
So I feel like
won on Sunday at the Masters. So yeah,
I feel like I did this for the last major, which was the U.S. Open, right?
Yes.
And he did not come through for us. He finished 67th and did not make the cut. But I'm going to go with the Swede, Ludvig Oberg.
Okay.
Did finish pretty well. So I like to say the guys that do fairly well at the Scottish Open should, you would think, do okay at the Open Championship. Now, that isn't always the case, obviously. Oberg, is a guy we've talked about a long time. Everybody's talked about. Now, he did win the Genesis in February. That's not a major, but he has figured out how to win something. 8th place at Scottish, so he's got decent form. He's 9,100. If you're taking 6 guys at the average price, 83.33, so not terribly over the average of what we want. So I'll take Oberg. I'll get burnt by him again, but I'll take Ludvig Oberg, Aberg, whatever we want to call him. I think it's Oberg, though, so that's what we'll go with.
I do think it is Oberg, yeah. Okay. I have a second screen, which is why I'm not making direct eye contact with you, because I'm doing very intense research right now. All right. So this guy has he had a long stretch where he didn't play particularly well. That said, last 4 weeks, he's finished top 20, including top 4 in his most recent one. He's had 10 straight rounds of 69 or lower. And he's also won an Open Championship. At $7,800, I'm going to go with Matthew Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I like that.
I love this 7,000 range. It's like Henley, Jordan Spieth, Justin Rose, Sam Burns, Sepp Straka. Like, give me just a lineup of those guys. I just want a 7K lineup extravaganza. I'm all for it. But yeah, I'm gonna go Matty Fitzpatrick. I think that he's trending in the right direction, and he's a Lynx style player. I think that he could do really well this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, from England, and that's interesting because I was looking at an English golfer for my second one, who you mentioned. I think I'm going to go with Justin Rose here. Was 6th at the Scottish Open, so obviously played fairly well. Now, did not perform well at the U.S. Open. I don't know, like, the U.S. Open is different than the British Open. Like, we know this. Like, there's a completely different styles there. 100 and did not do well at the PGA Championship either, but was my runner-up at the Masters. Has been there, done that. So I am going to go with Justin Rose and continue to save some money. You're going 7,800 Matty Fitz. I'm going 7,600 Justin Rose. We have 3 guys left for 8,500 each.
We got a little bit of money to play with.
We do.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw you a solid here just for fun. Just because we're having fun. There's typically a player who does really well historically at the Open, who's American. He's won it before. He managed to play reasonably well at the U.S. Open. He was top 10 in the Memorial. He was top 15 at the Masters. So the game is somewhat there. It's someone that you love. Someone that I think America's behind. We're going to add Jordan Spieth to this lineup at 7,700.
I would love that.
7,700, like 7,700 for a guy who's won an Open, who's been playing relatively well. Like, you could do a lot worse than that. Really, you could do a lot worse than Jordan Spieth. Now, is there a good chance that he is just going to crash out and totally bone us? Probably, yeah. But like, why not? Because if it hits, and I could see what his like potential ownership would be. It's sub 10%. Yeah. Sub 10% for Jordan Spieth. I love it.
New father as well.
Oh.
One of two things: either that or he didn't sleep. But He's been overseas for a while. He left the baby already, probably. But
that's to say, baby's in the past though, but the dad strength is with him. Yeah, dude. Oh hell yeah, that's all I needed, man. Yeah, Jordan Spieth at 7,700. That gives us 2 more spots at 8,900 average. I'm liking the way that this lineup's looking here. These are some good players.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways we could go here. Obviously, you know, we could do a star scrub, but actually a star scrub really doesn't turn into a scrub because, you know, you get a star and now you're getting star mid range. You could go 2 kind of together with the 8-9. You know, I'm just throwing some options out there, and I know we're going to go well over an hour tonight, but I'm throwing some options. You know, you got like a Bobby McIntyre, you know, Tyrell Hatton, Colin Morikawa. You could go combination, Justin Thomas, Tommy Fleetwood. But I say all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to go a star.
Who's the star?
I'm not going to go. So Rory finished second last week. So he's obviously figuring out how to get motivation back.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
I am going to go with Jon Rahm.
Interesting. Okay. Jon Rahm.
Yeah. I mean, he's $1,100 less than Rory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
no, that's significant.
Yeah, it's significant. It's a big drop off. It's a huge drop off from 1 to 2. It's a pretty big drop off from 2 through like 3 to 10. Jon Rahm has played very well. Jon Rahm has been very good. Now, a lot of it's been the live 2nd, 11th, 7th, 8th, 7th, 4th, 14th, 14th at the Masters, 8th at the PGA, 7th at the US Open. I'm going Jon Rahm at 10-4. Now, I will preface this if we want to save some money and you find somebody you love, I can get off Rahm if we talk this out. But I think at 7,400, you should be able to find a pretty good golfer to fill this lineup. Are you okay with Jon Rahm?
I'm very okay with Jon Rahm.
All right.
He's a very good player. And you have left me the exact amount of money for Sepp Straka, who is not sexy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Mrs. Straka disagrees with me, but Sepp Straka this season, he's coming off of a 7th place finish in Scotland. It's his 6th top 10 of the season. He's at a dozen top 15s. He's 3rd on the PGA Tour in all around scoring, 4th in adjusted scoring. And he finished 2nd at the Open a couple years ago. The guy's just playing good golf, man. He's playing well. And at 7,400, it's hard to find guys that are just that consistent. So yeah, now, I'm gonna go with Sepp.
So okay, so yes, everything you said there was right, and I am okay with Sepp. But I will go on the devil's advocate here. Missed the cut at the US Open. Missed the cut at the PGA Championship. Missed the cut at the Masters.
I hear you. I acknowledge you. The saving grace, though, is that I feel like this major is so different than the others. Yeah. So, like, there are guys who play really well at the Masters who aren't going to play well at the Open Championship. And like, I'm looking at Sepp Straka's results in majors. He has made the last 2 cuts at the Open. So 22nd last year and then 2nd in 23. So the major stuff definitely scares me a little bit. So I think that you're valid there, but I'm going to take the risk. He's playing well. He's coming off of a 7th place finish in Scotland. And I think at 7,400, if he could deliver a top 10 at pretty decent ownership too, I'm very good with that.
This is a really damn strong lineup.
It feels great. It feels like a winner. We say like we did say that for the US Open, and then we had like 2 guys that made the cut.
Yeah. Let me run down our roster. Ludwig Oberg, Matty Fitzpatrick, Johnny Rahm, Justin Rose, Jordan Spieth, Sepp Straka are our guys. It is a good lineup. We did not leave any money on the table, and it is not a normal Rodney Tim lineup. I did not go Justin Thomas. I did not go Phil Mickelson. I did not go Tony Finau. I did not go Tyrell Hatton.
But we did go Jordan Spieth.
That's you.
We did go Justin Rose. Justin Rose is another one of the guys that you love to play. And I feel like John Rahm, as much as we kind of shit on him just for various reasons, like John Rahm is someone that we actually have played historically quite a bit.
Yeah,
so he's not in the Justin Thomas level of popularity for our lineups, but like he's had his times. He's had his times in our lineups.
Unfortunately, it's come after his big runs of wins. Like, well, I don't think we've ever had him when he actually has one. But this is a good lineup, and we really we are really hoping Scotty finally has a blow up and misses a cut. We're hoping Rory loses his motivation quickly in this event. But yeah, no, it's a good lineup. I am very excited about this lineup. 12:35 Central Time tomorrow night.
Man, Phil Mickelson is 5,800.
Yeah, that's so cheap. That's so cheap, and it's so crazy.
Not cheap. That's not cheap enough. Not cheap enough for Phil.
But you just got to think, like, if he makes the cut, like, he's worth that money, right? Like, yeah, I get it.
So can I throw someone out there too? Now that I'm just this is just for shits and giggles at this point, because like we're not going to change our lineup. It's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. Johnny Vegas, who was in deep contention at the U.S. Open, is 5,500.
Yeah. And another guy I like to play, and he's a heater. Like he's a guy that can go 62. He could go 62 on day one and 79 on day two.
He's top. He's top. He has missed a cut in his last 4 tournaments. He's been top 50 in each of his last 4 tournaments. He was 5th at the PGA Championship.
Yeah, that's impressive.
If this is the lineup where you want to have Scotty and Rory and leave yourself like an average of 6K, like you put Johnny Vegas in there, you put the Henrik Stenson in there. Henrik Stenson, you remember him? He's in the Patrick Harrington, former major winner. So yeah, that's if you want to get real weird with it.
Well,
I'm usually for if it's not my money.
So here's what you could do. I'll throw this out there. You could go Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler.
Yep.
You could put Johnny Vegas and Phil Mickelson.
Oof, but okay.
And then you've got Henrik Stenson and Sepp Straka. You can fit Straka in there if you go Vegas, Stenson, and Mickelson, all 3.
Henrik Stenson apparently has not missed a cut. He's on live.
Yep.
Okay, he's on live. There's no cuts. That's why.
Oh, yeah, 10 for 10. 45th. There's probably only 45 golfers. Yeah, Henrik. Anyways, I'll be their Huckleberry and throw that team in there. Whatever, right? Anyways, that's our Open Championship preview. Betting, who you got to bet one guy who you taking?
All right, I got the odds in front of me right now. So just to win, I think I'm not going to take Scotty. There's not enough value there. Same with Rory. I really like the value on even though he wasn't in our lineup, like I like the value of like Russell Henley at 6,600.
Yeah.
And he's probably someone who's going to be competing. I would say like Fitzpatrick, if to tie it into our lineup and stuff, maybe Fitzpatrick gives it another run. He's at 5,500 right now. I don't really have a strong conviction on who I think is going to win. Now, you know what? I take that back. I forgot what you told me about Jordan Spieth. And Jordan Spieth is sitting there at plus 8,000. Am I that crazy? Do I think that he's going to win? Probably not. But would I bet it at plus 8,000 if I think he's going to compete well? I'm like, yeah, might as well throw a few nickels at it.
I have a free bet on ESPN Bet, and I went Oberg at 25-1. I guess I'm kind of in that boat where I don't want to miss out on this first championship that everybody keeps talking about. Like I don't want to be that guy that misses out on it.
Yeah.
I want to be on it. So probably stupid because he didn't do well for me last time. But 25-1, Ludwig Oberg is the guy.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come when you finally give up on him.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, you're keeping him down. Is what it sounds like.
That's fact.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. All right. Real quick. All right, we're gonna wrap up the show here. We've gone very long, but I've enjoyed our time. 16 days until the NFL Hall of Fame game. The return of the National Football League. The Chargers have sick uniforms. They've brought back the navy blue alternates, and they also have an all banana colored alternate. Looks pretty sweet. But is it Lions? Yeah, it's Lions Chargers, right? In Canton.
Correct.
So excited, dude. Dan Campbell and Jim Harbaugh are going to be coaching that game like their lives depend on it for a meaningless preseason game at a high school football stadium, and I cannot wait. Those sickos, like they are the reason why we love football.
16 days. We'll have a lot to talk about in the NFL once training camp gets started. I believe later next week is when the camps get open up. So rookies will show up, and then we'll get veterans, and we'll get all the news. So yeah, that's the only NFL we have to talk about tonight. 16 days until the Hall of Fame game.
But enough about that. We have made it.
Yeah, I call Jerry Rice.
You got Jerry Rice. Is it like the Jerry Rice Mount Rushmore of 80s? Like, are we naming the whole damn thing after him?
I mean, Chris Carter's not bad.
CC. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. We've made it to the 80s. We slogged through the 60s and 70s just to get you to the 80s. I will be shocked if there is any number in the 80s that we struggle with. Yeah. Like, it's going to be so many NFL guys, receivers, tight ends. Probably going to be a few Rushmores that are exclusively football, but we'll see. Real quick, like the other sports, really, like no one in baseball has worn at 80 meaningfully. There's never been an NBA player. NHL, the 80s that I see, Kevin Weeks when he was a goalie. I mean, he's a media guy now, but like that's pretty much it. Pierre-Luc Dubois has been wearing 80 for his career in Winnipeg, LA, and now Washington. But I think we're going to have to focus all on NFL today. So you want to start it off?
Yeah. Jerry Rice would be my number one. I think he's pretty obvious. Played 19 years, wore 80. I think he's head and shoulders. He's number one. I'll let you go with the second best choice at 80. Your second best choice at 80. I mentioned Chris Carter, but there's a couple other guys. Go ahead. Who you got your second best number 80?
Yeah. So there's a couple guys that were a little bit before my time. Definitely know them, and we're going to debate them. But we mentioned it earlier. I think Chris Carter's going to go on here. I'm going to put Chris Carter. It's funny, like he in his career with the Vikings, like he was by all accounts a number one receiver.
Yeah.
But yet, like there are so many people that view Randy Moss over him. It's about like it's toward the end of his career, but like Chris Carter pre-Moss, like he was a stud. He was an absolute stud, like early mid 90s. So, yeah, Chris Carter, welcome to the Rushmore. So him and Jerry Rice, that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, so I will go a little sentimental here, but I mean it's going to be hard to argue this one. I mean Isaac Bruce is going to be my choice. 20, what'd he do? 13 years in the league. You know, obviously the greatest show on turf, receiver. There's a couple other guys, and I'll let you kind of debate this fourth one. But I think I'm going Isaac Bruce, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for me to want to replace him. You might be able to. You might be able to talk me into it. But I got Jerry Rice, Chris Carter, and Isaac Bruce as my three so far. You get number 4, and let's see what you like here.
I do not want to replace Isaac Bruce. Isaac Bruce is a Hall of Famer. I would like him to be on this Rushmore.
Got it. So we got one spot.
What you've done is you've buried me. You've put me in an impossible position here because this is the problem. By the numbers, it should be Steve Largent.
Yeah.
Who, for a 14-year career, all with the Seattle Seahawks, Hall of Famer, 7-time Pro Bowler, Um, like by the numbers, Steve Largent is like one of the best receivers of his era. But the problem is Steve Largent wasn't like my era.
Right. No, for sure.
But do you know who was my era? Who also
Andre,
played 14 years, who
Andre
also
John.
made 7 Pro Bowls, who also is in the Hall of Fame. It's Andre Johnson. No, you
Yeah.
said it. You said
Yeah.
it. You said it exactly. Andre Johnson, to me, gets the edge. And it's going to be this is what's hard about Rushmores here, because now we're at the point where we're going to leave some damn good names off this list. Like we're leaving Steve Largent off. We're leaving Rod Smith off. We're leaving Donald Driver off. We're leaving Chris Collinsworth, Kellen Winslow. Like these are dudes. These are dudes. These are not scrubs. They're all dudes. So like it's some really tough decisions, but to me, just because like I just remember him being so dominant, so consistent. Houston, he's a Hall of Famer. Like he has the same amount of accolades that Steve Largent does, and he did it in our era. I would give the edge to Andre Johnson. I know that might be controversial, but that's where I'm at.
Andre Rison, another good name there.
Yeah.
Real quick, I wanted to talk about this. Kyle Stowers just struck out looking, and he did and it was that it nipped the zone by that much. Did you see earlier when the strike zone they called Manny Machado out? Anyways, I just thought it was interesting because he instantly went here. He looked up at the screen and like literally it caught like a fraction of the strike zone. So that was kind of cool. Let's talk about that on Friday too. Let's put that on the agenda. The automatic balls and strikes system.
Yeah, Cal Raleigh, by the way, making all-star history as the one to tap his head to say, nope, you got to challenge that. And the funny thing is too, like it was an obvious strike. It was not borderline either. Like that's bad home plate umpiring.
And then the best part was Dave Roberts literally cackling about Manny Machado striking out when he's on his team.
Yeah. I feel like Dave Roberts probably hates Manny Machado, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, anyways, to recap, Jerry Rice, Chris Carter, Isaac Bruce, Andre Johnson. Yeah, that is our Mount Rushmore of the number 80. That's a good crew.
Do you feel dirty for leaving Steve Largent off or any of the other guys? Like,
no. Steve Largent was done playing when I was 7 years old. I didn't know much about Steve Largent. James Lofton's on there as well. Rod Smith. I'm good. I'm good with this. Like, here's the deal. There's going to be good players left off. And Steve, sorry, buddy. You can have a plaque on the entryway, for the honorable mentions, but you're not getting your face on there. Jerry Rice. And how are you going to argue with Jerry Rice, Chris Carter, Isaac Bruce, Andre Johnson? You can't do it.
Here's what I'm thinking too. And also Andre Johnson gets an extra bonus point from me for beating the absolute shit out of Cortland Finnegan. That's my favorite NFL fight I think ever. So that definitely works to his advantage. Like Steve Largent is a guy where if heaven forbid any of our 4 Rushmore candidates does something that requires us to reconsider their place on the mountain. That's one thing too. Like there's an ethical component that we probably should have mentioned. So like it is possible to get your face removed from said mountain and a new face is there. And I would say that Steve Largent, if any of our 4 guys does something sinister, they're out. You're in. So
you're right there, buddy.
So hold on to that hope. Hold on to that hope that Isaac Bruce commits some sort of crime to take him off of our Mount Rushmore.
He's gonna set him up. He's gonna set one of these guys up for.
He's gonna frame him. Yeah, he's gonna frame Andre Johnson for something, and then Steve Largent's gonna take his place.
Good show tonight. We went hour 15. We needed this time. We were gone. Our all-star break, 171 listeners listening in. Friday's going to be a good show. I already put 2 things on the agenda. One, we're going to talk about the balls and strikes. We will talk second half baseball. And I think there was one more thing we wanted to talk about, but I might remember it before then. I don't remember.
Yeah. All I remember is baseball. All I remember is like second half preview, but
balls and strikes. We'll do that one. But yes.
Also talking about Open Championship, I'm sure after you watched like all 12 hours of it.
Yeah, I mean, if it starts at 12:35 tomorrow night, yeah, I mean, so we'll be a day and a half into it. Like we'll be watching the second half of day 2. All-Star game that's foul. So we'll be, yeah, I mean, we'll be right there. But let me throw this one out. What's the word?
Yeah.
I'll be remiss. Dan, good show, fellas. Wife is on baby watch, so I may or may not be here for it. Congratulations. We just found out like 10 days ago that Dan was having a baby.
No
and
idea.
now here is the baby. So congratulations, Dan and your wife.
Dan is like one of 7 people that I talk to on a regular basis. And I learned that his wife was like 8 months pregnant for the first time.
I worked with Dan for like 2 straight years, and I should probably know this as well. So
yeah.
Sorry, we both apologize. He accepted our apologies. And but I do want to know when this baby comes.
Yeah.
I do want to know.
Yeah.
Due
Like
date
I was gonna say it's not anything against Dan. It's a me problem. Like there's someone that I golf with probably once a week. If you asked me where he worked, I would not be able to tell you.
Yeah.
And I've asked him too multiple times, and he's told me. I retain that little.
Yeah.
And there's only so much room in the brain, man.
Yeah, no, and that's where I'm at too. Like I do care about people. I really do. But like at some point, like your circle of how much you can care, and I don't mean this meanly at all, but like you're right. You can only retain so much. You can only remember, you can only think about so much. And like Dan will understand this when he has one and then a second, a third, and a fourth, and a fifth kid that he's gonna have over the next 10 years. Like you got to prioritize and you got to like survive in advance sometimes. So Dan, excited for you. I want to know when that baby comes. Do the 24th, 9 days away. I hope it's a hockey player for you, Dan. That would be awesome.
Do you think that there's going to be some like a hockey name that he sneaks in? Like he names it after like Mikko Koivu or something.
Matthias. I was going to say the name's going to be like Matthias or something.
Mikko Bradley. Mikko Bradley is actually a sick name. Like I don't know what his plans are, but
Mikko Bradley
that goes pretty hard. Like who are some other Minnesota Wild legends that you can think of off the top of your head? Like Marian Gaborik. Like
I mean, you can't. You got to stop with Kaprizov, Kirill, whatever.
Kaprizov's a good one too. Yeah, Kirill the Thrill. What about like if it's a girl, do Gabby after Marian Gaborik and just do like Gabby Bradley? Like I think that's sick. That's a great name.
So I just saw the tweet he put out the other day. He's a big fan of Matt Dumba. So you could either name Matt or you could just name the baby Dumba, right?
Dumba.
Yeah. So
dummy.
The All-Star game is now 6-5, and the tying run is on second with 1 out.
Hello.
And, Bobby Witt just doubled in Byron Buxton, and the American League is alive as Suarez from the Friars is about ready to blow this one. So the MVP talk is wide open. Who's coming up after Bobby? Like
I believe it's so I think that Jazz is up, but I don't know if they're pinch hitting for him.
Bet it. Get it in. Let's go. Get it in. He hits a home run.
All right.
He wins that.
All right. Dude, all right. How amazing would it be if after having the worst home run derby performance ever, according to you, and probably yeah, at least in this era, if Jazz Chisholm hits the game winning home run here.
That is who's up too. That is who is up. So I know we're
and when Diaz is coming in, so we got Diaz coming in, so it's a little New York action. Oh boy. Can you even bet? Yeah, there we go. MVP. That's American League MVP. Darn it. I don't think you can bet it anymore. I think it's off the board. Maybe they closed the voting.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Close the voting, and then at 8-run 9th inning, a dude hits a grand slam and he doesn't get voted because they closed the voting.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense, MLB. I know.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. I'm speculating here. But Rodney, can we talk about something for a second? Despite taking a win.
Sure, we've already talked for an hour 20. We might as well talk about something else. Yeah, sure.
Despite taking a week and a half off, if the American League wins this game, my Tim curse is still as strong as ever.
Oh, 30-1, Jazz Chisholm on FanDuel.
There you go. It's still open.
I'm trying. Because you declared this
Yeah,
game
because it
over.
was 5-0, and I said the game was over. Like it ended. I congratulated the National League for winning for the 5th time in 30 years or whatever.
Oh, I think they might have taken Jazz off already. Oh, maybe. I'm trying to get Jazz in here real quick. I don't even know who's up next. That'd probably be the better choice because Jazz sucks.
Is there still just one out?
Yeah.
One out.
All right, I have.
Hold on. Dan says, by the way, name is picked out. If you can believe it's not a Minnesota sports connection. Well, that's disappointing. That's why even have children if you can't name it after athletes from your past. Was it all right, funny. Rodney, real quick? Well, because I feel like we're at this point, we're just killing time because we want to see how this All-Star game ends. Was there a part of you when you had your children that you wanted to name it after St. Louis sports icons?
I missed it. Are all locked now. Gosh darn it, Jazz hits a home run. Yeah. No, I did not. But I got a lot of comments as I was getting ready to have a first kid about, oh, is this one going to be Albert? Are you going to name your kid Yachty? Because it was during those years. Like this is 2011. Jonah was born in 2011.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like, Yachty or Newple just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Like Adam, where are you going to name your kid Wayno? Like, no, we're not. No. Ozzy. No, we're not. Brent. So who's
Mac,
up after
like
Jazz?
Big Mac?
Who's up after Jazz? Because they took Jazz off the board. He's out. So who's up? Ooh. That's a great play.
That was a fantastic play. Wow.
I think if I was Bobby, I just would have tried to go home there. Is Brent Rooker?
Does Matt Olson win the MVP now with that play?
No, but Jazz knows he got robbed. Is Brent Rooker seriously up? I think it's Brent Rooker because he's the only American League guy left on the board to bet. I just want to know who's up. Can you see who's up? They keep showing the damn replay. Oh, it's Quan. I don't want to see Stephen Quan hit. Anyways. Gosh darn it. I'm glad I didn't bet Jazz. All right. There you go. Dan says, get your bets in, fellas. Boy or girl, -10 each way. Born AM or PM -2. So we got to do that on Friday. We're too late for this one. So let's write that down real quick. Write that down real quick. Won't have the baby before Friday, Dan, because we got to get this odd. So we got boy or girl.
24th, yeah. So.
Okay, that's -110. AM or PM is -110. All right, it's fair. First name A through L is -120. M through Z is even money. All right,
tempted me to go with the M through Z option here.
Same, and he knows the name, so like,
yeah. It feels a little fishy.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll do that on Friday as well. But we can't get off there until Quan and Diaz settle the score here. So to set the scene, if you're not watching the All-Star game, it's 6-5 National League. Stephen Quan, 1-2 count, 2 outs. Your screen is ahead of mine, so you can give the update. Bobby Witt is on third base. This is dramatic.
Yeah, we're about the same right now. I just got Diaz and Hunter Goodman having a little conversation. Hunter Goodman, by the way, is on one of my fantasy teams. Excellent player, man. Like, I know the Rockies are dog shit, but like, he's really good player.
Yeah. So that's a nice play by Matty Olson. That saved the game.
Yeah, no kidding. That was big time.
It was a nice play. What's Stephen Kwan going to do? I think strikeout.
I think so too.
I'd like to see this.
Ooh.
I'd like to see this.
The game. You want to see the game end? You want to see the game end on the automated balls and strikes? I'd
like to see this.
Oh yeah, that's
ball
perfect.
Game. Oh, come on, Gino.
Oh, he's gonna beat it out. An infield hit for Stephen Kwan. The American League has tied the game. Wow.
7.6 pounds is -110 for Dan's baby.
You're just the live odds for Dan's child. So why were they playing? Well,
Steven,
I guess technically they were playing like they were gonna throw it home. The plays at first.
I don't think it would have mattered. I'm not
Wow.
sure where you could have played that would have. So now the MVP, Quan just took second base. Base hit by Randy A. And this game 7-6. Dude, the National League, GCD.
Gutless, choking dogs.
Yeah, I mean after this at bat, we'll get off the air and let everybody watch it themselves. But
yeah, that's the bottom of the ninth here. Man, Randy A's just got to pretend it's the 2020 postseason right now. Just got to find that gear here.
Dude, right here. Do it.
Nah, I was outside. That was ball.
No.
It was
back
ball.
out the corner, bro.
That was ball. It was ball.
They're doing it.
Everyone knew it.
They're doing it.
Oh, come on. Everyone.
No, that got it. No, it got it. It got it. Yes, there's a pink there.
It like
that is unbelievable. Like literally fraction.
I'm out. I'm out on this. I'm out on the ABS. I'm out on it. Awful.
Good thing Randy Arozarena is actually like a lot of guys would probably be this way, especially in the All-Star game. But he's just laughing. Like there would be some redneck and some of these guys that would be really pissed off by that call.
Yeah, I'm pissed off by it. Like it. So I guess that's what it is. Where it's like, you know, in football, where it just all you need is just a little bit of the ball to cross the plane, and then that's it. I guess the strike zone's the same way.
So one more thing here. What happens? What are they going? They're going extra innings in, right? So it'd be like
they would have
runner
to.
on second, like they do in a regular season. Like who's going to pitch?
You know, that's a great question, Rodney. Surely they thought of that when they replaced all of their pitchers.
Should we get out? We should probably get out of here.
Probably. Watch the bottom of the ninth here. We got a game. And see, and you wanted to get rid of the All-Star game. Shame on you. Shame on you for hating baseball. Ridiculous. All right. Let's get out of here real quick. Sign up for Rodney's Substack. Stupid Sports Show. He's winning people money. He's putting out free picks every single day. So make sure to subscribe via email. Follow us on Twitter at Stupid Sports Show. You're probably watching us there as we speak. And for all of our 80 episodes, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, download wherever you get your podcasts, and make sure to give us a rating, like, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe. Help us take down McAfee, who, by the way, McAfee Derby, atrocious.
So
I feel like our goal should now be higher than taking down McAfee. I feel like we need to aim higher now because that was bad, dude.
So bad. And somebody put a tweet out today, like, don't you remember the days of turning on sports TV during the day and having more choices than A, Stephen A. Smith, or B, Pat McAfee? And you're so right. Like, why do we continue having to see these same guys? But one thing I wanted to mention, the National League has thrown 13 pitchers in this game. So I don't know who they got left. In the American League, I believe Roldis Chapman will be number 12. So, like,
so I know that this goes against all things holy with baseball, but like, it's an exhibition game. It doesn't count for anything. How would you feel if pitchers who had previously pitched earlier in the game could come back in if the game goes into extras? I know that it's blaspheme. Like I'm blaspheming. I'm aware of that. But like, what are your initial thoughts to that? If we get to a point, like I'd much rather have that than I think the game end in a tie again. That was a whole thing.
Okay, Bud Selig. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it, but it's never going to happen. Like, no manager is going to be like, yeah, put my guy back in after he took 2 hours off from throwing. Like, anyways, Kyle Schwarber is going to strike it. All right, let's get out of here. We're 201 live viewers tonight. Good work. Thanks, GB. The in-game reactions are great. Thank you. And like I've always said, if we did something during a fun sport, we probably do okay
during a fun sport. So what you're saying, like, oh, if you thought this was fun during the MLB All-Star game, imagine if we did it for a fun game, sport.
So that pitch that Schwarber just took, and they called it a ball, and Chapman's got a smile on his face. I think if they went back and looked at that one, it would hit a little bit of the corner too. So we've opened up a can of worms here. Yeah,
don't like it. I don't like it. Make baseball human. Come on.
We're out of here. We'll see you guys Friday. Oh, Oh, no, not yet. Johnny Furphy, former Kansas Jayhawk. Oh, my God. Did you see him?
Dude, he put that guy on a poster. That is the worst posterization, I think, in terms of like the face you made. Who was dunking on you? Like it does not get any worse for that dude on the Bulls, man. Holy crap.
Yeah, like I couldn't believe it. Like I knew that Christian Brown could like get up, but Johnny Furphy just absolutely erased that guy. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Pacers Summer League game. Big Tyrese Halliburton, big fan of Johnny Furphy now, but I just wanted to give Johnny a shout out before we got off air. We'll see everybody Friday, 8 a.m. Central Time.
All right, sounds good. Well, for Rodney, this is Tim, the Chicken Man Van Stratton. Signing off. We'll talk to you Friday. This has been the stupidest sports show on earth. See you guys.
See ya.
Step right up, dummies, and listen to the stupidest sports show on earth with Rodney Newbold and Tim Van Stratton. Yeah.